prove to the world that poor people create the peer pressure and go beyond, and they are bankable. But now the second level, like in India, microfinance is $20 billion industry. Our women have gone much ahead. They are starting the enterprise. It's a challenge to the capital market to be more innovative. Thank you.
That's really helpful. Thank you very much. Do you think also, just a very brief follow-up question, just as there has been unemployment since the Industrial Revolution, there has been urbanization since then, and we've seen rapid urbanization even in Bangalore here, with over 30, 40 years, we've gone to a city which is now 10 million strong. Do you think there's a role is it right to keep people in rural communities, or should they be given an opportunity to move to the city? Or what happens when people move to the city? Do people aspire to move to the city? And what can we do to stop that?
Yeah, I'll try to be very brief. First of all, who goes to city? Two level. One are who are like engineers and all, they go. That improves their standard of living, no issue. What is the other category which goes? Construction, laborers and all that. Their life is miserable in city. But now, why would they go to city? There is a digital world has come to them. And they would using the digital, everything, digital finance, digital ideas, they get it on digital in businesses. I would just tell you another, I have like 100 stories, but very briefly tell that we have another woman who has started a spice powder business. You know what? What she told me, that I am using for my spice powder a machinery which is a second hand, and I end up with repairing it, paying high electricity bill. Why don't you bring a trade fair to us where we can get a new machinery? All we poor, we start the business, we start with second hand. Why can't we have a first hand? And then we are planning to have a trade fairs, not in the cities, in these rural places where they can see these machineries, they can use this, and our women are smart. They can use the first-hand machinery very well. If when they are doing the digital financial transactions, why wouldn't they use it? So I would say that if you provide, one is very clear, never provide poor solutions to poor people. They are smart. And if your solutions are smart, people are not going to go to cities.
That's brilliant. That is a great answer. Thank you very much indeed. Abdul Hai Khan, who's Managing Director of the Grameen Trust in Bangladesh. I know you've worked in Kosovo and you've worked in Bahrain as well, very different contexts, etc. I wonder if you could tell me about your experiences and how you think we could start to address unemployment.
Good questions. It's because converting unemployment into entrepreneurship is one of the very challenging and very interesting issues around the world, as because unemployment is a global problem. On the basis of our experiences, we can say there are many issues we should address to overcome this problem. Just at the end of the May, I was in Italy. Professor Latif was me. It is southern Italy. The regional government invited us as because their unemployment rate is near about 40. So how to address this problem? And we visited many places. Finally, we visited 2 secondary schools, met some students and also the principal of that school. And we asked 2 students, what will be the aim of your life? One of the students said, I will be the judge and serve the government service. And another one said, I will be the IT expert and serving Apple or Google or big corporations. Then we said, okay, that's good. If you become a judge, you become a service holder of the government, you serve the particular community. But if you think, if you become an advocate or barrister, open a farm, and associate many advocates with you, serving the community, create opportunity to others, what about it? He said, nobody tell us about that. Nobody, never we think on that way. Another student, who wants to be the IT expert, and when we ask them, we tell them the story about the Nobin program of Bangladesh, and said, okay, that's good. If you open an IT company, then you have to scope to create employment. Many of your colleagues and unemployed young, and you will earn more, you have a self-employment as well as employment for others, and also you have good opportunity to serve your community. He also said, yes, we never think on that way. Then principal also said, we understand. From secondary school, we need to teach about the social business. We need to teach how we become the self-employed. So that is the issue, I think, first issue. We need to change the mindset of the students, as because not only students, as well as parents also. As because every student, every parent from the very earlyhood, we say, my baby, you become a barrister. My baby, you become an engineer. My baby, you become a doctor. We never said you become an entrepreneur. You have to open an enterprise and try to create the opportunity for others. So that is, I think, first issue we have to address, number one. Number two, policy support is very important, what you have mentioned too. As because without policy support, social business, individually, we may run social business, but if we get the policy support from the government, from the local government, from the local authority, it will be very easy to create the opportunity to converting unemployment into entrepreneurship. Number three is financing. Financing is very, as because there should, if we have a social business fund, maybe, there is many corporations, many company, many individual person, many rich persons, they have a scope to create a social business fund and start a program like Nobin program, what we are implementing in Bangladesh, in his region, in his village, in his area, in his upazila, in his jala. And it's very easy to convert unemployment into entrepreneurship. And I think need government support also to encourage the unemployed young to start enterprise. They may give the tax holiday if someone will start up. They may give the tax holiday to them. Okay, 10 years you don't have need to give any tax. And there should be a one-stop service to get the license and complete all other formalities. We want to establish one social business company in China for implementing microfinance. It takes 2.5 years times to get the permission. And it takes to take permission from 38 organizations. How the entrepreneur will get the initiative if it will take the time. Even in Italy, when we discussed, they said if you want to open a very small shop, you have to comply many requirements, and it takes 1.5 years to start projects. So that facilities should be created by the government, local government, national government, local authority, and there should be a one-stop service for start of the program. And I think there are many, 53 or 52 universities, they have a social business centers, social business centers. So I think they have started education, scholarship, award, competition. They have to start, that is my opinion, pilot case Naveen program in their university also. Some of the universities, they have started. They said, we have also provided the seed capitals. And then I think it could be possible. When we started in Bangladesh, I think 2014. It's not, but initially we also faced some challenges. But nowadays, we are getting very positive response from the entrepreneurs. They come and interested to join this program. But we are only 4 companies. So if the government, the NGOs, the individuals, the corporations, everybody wants to take the initiative, create a social business fund, start to convert unemployment into entrepreneurship, Naveen program is the best idea, no doubt at all. That there may be others innovation also, but it could be possible. Nothing is impossible. Everywhere is a challenge. But if there is no challenge, there is no chance. When Professor Yunus started Grameen in 1976, everybody said he is crazy, he is mad. So now, if all of us will become crazy, and converting unemployment into entrepreneurship is very easy, and it could be achieved. That is my observations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Khan. Thank you. I'm going to turn now to Nazneen Sultana, head of Grameen Communications. Yeah. And I know you've been working in ICT development for many years, and you're the brains behind the Social Businesspedia as well, which is a terrific resource for social businesses. So from your perspective,